Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 38 of the Fit in 10 Challenge, and I'm not gonna lie, I had such a busy day today. Ran around, did a bunch of stuff, clients, training, etc., and I almost forgot to do this video. I got home tonight at about 10, and I realized, holy crap, I've not done this video. So, this may be to your benefit. It's going to be a bit shorter, all right? So let's get right into some questions here. Somebody has mentioned that they want to work on getting in more protein. They say that was where I was missing the mark on my macros when I did them 2 times. I also need to pay more attention to my fat intake as it has been low as well. Yeah, carbs are easy. Fats usually not that hard either, but yeah, the protein is the big one. My main goal is this week to find reliable fat source for top-ups to ensure that I'm eating enough protein in the mornings. Oh, and ensure that I'm eating enough protein in the mornings. Yes, okay, so, you know, I'm going to talk about one today, which I've talked about before, one food of the day, which I talked about before. I'll talk about it here in a second. But you know what, if you need to top up on protein and you don't want to affect any of your other macros, go for things like egg whites, white fish, and protein powder. Okay, a good quality protein powder like Magnum Quattro. Those are all virtually pure protein. Egg whites are pure protein. There's no carbs or fat in them. You know, a good solid protein powder like Quattro is, you know, it's pretty much all protein. Same with white fish, especially like a really lean white fish like cod. Okay, even chicken breast. Actually, chicken breast is pretty much pure protein. Okay. Or an extremely lean red meat like flank or something. That's pretty much just pure protein, very low in fat, and of course no carbs. Okay, so that's what you can do for topping up on protein. For topping up on fat, you know, nuts aren't bad, but they do have some protein and some carbs in them. Usually things like oils and butters are going to be the way to go. Like, you know, real butter, avocado oil, olive oil, flaxseed oil, salmon oil, pretty much you name the oil, you can have it. Coconut oil, or coconut manna. Coconut manna is really good tasting, as I mentioned. What else can I think of that are good fat sources that are not? Yeah, those would be pretty much any oil or butter, okay? With the exception of nut butter. Those are going to be good ones to top up on so they don't affect your other macros. Okay? All right. This person also says the snow kept me out of the gym one of the evenings last week. I'm still pretty happy with my progress though. Okay, good to know. Very good. Let's read one more here. This person says, I split my daily food into 5 meals on your recommendation, and I find I'm doing better. Thank you. You're welcome. I didn't get as many workouts in this week as I should. I got a cortisone shot in my knee and couldn't lift for 2 days. I'm back now. My knee feels pain-free. This week I will continue to plan my food and split into 5 smaller meals. Let's see how it goes. Not much weight is coming off. Don't worry so much about your weight, and I'll talk about that with the message of the day. I mean, of course, I know we're all looking for weight to come off, but I don't want that to be your focus. I want other things to be your focus, okay, which I'll talk about in a sec. Let's talk about food of the day, and I'll come back to that. By the way, I hope that your knee, I know you've been dealing with this knee issue for quite some time. We should chat about it in person a little bit more. See if there's a few things that I do for my knee that makes a big difference. It may make a difference for you. I believe you have cartilage issues, correct? So let's chat. Okay, so just come talk to me. Okay, food of the day. Cottage cheese. Yes, that's right. Cottage cheese. This is from Costco. I like this brand. I like the fact that it's 2%, 2%. I like the taste of it better. I don't mind having a little bit of fat in my diet. Well, I have more than a little bit of fat in my diet. So I don't mind the fat that comes in this because we need fat in our diet. So might as well get some in this. The only thing in here that I don't like is the polysorbate and the mono and diglycerides. Yeah, but unfortunately, I cannot find a cottage cheese like anywhere that doesn't have that type of stuff in it. Anyways, still a very good source of protein. This is also very high in things like phosphorus and sodium and selenium and B vitamins and calcium. Selenium is a very powerful antioxidant, by the way. It's also got decent amounts of vitamin A, iron, magnesium. What else? Potassium, copper, and I think iron as well. The other thing that's really great about this is that it is high in casein, which is a type of protein, and it's a slower digesting protein, which basically means that, you know, most proteins are slower digesting as is, but things like whey powder, you'll notice if you have that, if you have just whey powder in water, it will digest very fast. You'll feel like hungrier sooner. This is a slower digesting protein. It's about 80% casein in cottage cheese. And because of that, it will keep you satiated for longer. Okay, it's very high in the amino acid leucine, which is very good for protein synthesis, so basically good for muscle recovery and muscle growth. And it's a great protein to have before you go to bed. Okay, really any protein that's going to digest slowly is a good protein to have before bed. Okay, and it's convenient. Like, you know, I have berries every day, so I always mix this with berries. Love it. Okay, 1 to 2 times a day. All right, message of the day. Focus less on weight loss, focus more on behavior, consistent action, habit management, and emotional coping. Okay, so focus less on weight loss and focus more on behavior, consistent action, habit management, and emotional coping. All right, so just be aware of your behaviors so that your behaviors don't lead to things that are going to take you off track from the system. You know, of course, you want to be putting in consistent action. Okay, so you want to put in those action items, those workouts, the planning of the meals. And, you know, of course, habit management falls into that, right? So creating habits that you do on a daily basis that help fulfill this consistent action. And of course, emotional coping. Okay, so food is often a way that we emotionally cope. I think it affects everybody. It affects me, not so much if I'm upset. It doesn't work. I don't feel like eating actually if I'm upset, but if I'm like, I remember when I was studying university and stuff like that, my cravings would go through the roof. And I'll talk about the mechanism behind that at a later date. But yeah, so we want to think about other ways to cope with our emotions rather than eating our emotions, right? All right, so focus less on weight loss and focus more on those things. The weight will come, okay? Okay, unless you're already extremely lean, then you can't expect your weight to change that much, but also that also means your mini goal will be not that large, obviously, okay? Anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so, you guys. I'm doing really well here, under 9 minutes. Submit, commit, do what you gotta do. 3 workouts, 3 weight training workouts, 3 cardiovascular workouts, or 5 of our classes per week, right? And plan and prepare your meals, you guys. I'm gonna keep telling you every day this is what you have to do. Plan and prepare. Don't leave home without your food. Always take an extra meal. If you think you're gonna leave the house and you say, no, I need 1 meal to bring with me, take 2. Trust me, that is the golden rule. Always take 1 more meal than you think you need. Okay? All right, this isn't gonna get to you till tomorrow morning because I gotta upload it and I really gotta go to bed because I gotta get up super early. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful evening. You're probably sleeping by now. Hopefully you are. You should be. See you guys.